Hello, everybody. Meet baby Tayo.
No, you don't
He
know.
just got up and I'm just having a quick cuddle before I film all the episodes. See you in a minute. Welcome back to the Digital Dojo, episode 38. You can see I'm in my gi, and you also saw at the start of the video a baby. So pretty big clue that our son was born. He's healthy. Make a long story short, he was unexpectedly born at home, healthy. We're super happy. Mom and baby are doing well. Mom, which is Sensei Hidemi, is on the mend. We might have a guest pop in here, which is Hina. Please don't worry about that. She's just down here with me while we're getting this going. Going to be some guest stuff going on this week. Senpai Christian will be the first one having his video up, and many more to follow. There's going to be a link posted, which will be from a second account, Ippon Dojo Athlete, which is going to be something you're going to want to subscribe to, because whenever our awesome students are posting videos, you're going to be able to post it there. It's going to be an open account for anybody who wants to be posting Digital Dojo episodes. That being said, we're going to be doing front kicks today. The front kick is a very, very fundamental and important technique in karate for our basics, competition, kata, kumite, everything in self-defense. Today we're just going to go through a few different ways to use it, how to train it, and things to look for. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up here. So after you've done your general warm-up and you got your body moving, we're going to do some stuff for the hips. So you're going to be on the ground here, body straight like this, hands behind you, so you're stretching your chest. Okay, foot up and extended, and turn your foot out. Turn your foot out. You're going to do that 10 times in each direction. Okay, you do that for both legs. And then we do our next one where we line back, knee up. You kick, then thrust down. Kick, then thrust down. Kick, then thrust down. As you can see, I have my toes pulled back, just like I would for doing my game. Okay? So we're going to go through it step by step today. Come follow along. It's going to be a really good training, and hopefully it's going to give you some more insight on why this kick is so important and how to use it. Okay? Follow along. We're getting ready to go, and I'm really glad to be back. Okay, everybody, we're going to go through some of the most fundamental details at the start here. It's very, very important to do this correctly right off the bat. There's multiple ways of teaching how to do this kick. I've seen so many instructors with excellent tutorials. This one is something I've more recently been playing with. Even though it's our first kick, it wasn't something that I actually specialized in when I was competing. I liked a lot more to use round techniques like roundhouse kick and hook kick. Okay, so when you're going to be doing this front kick, the first thing you got to start with is learning how to chamber the leg properly. Chamber means bending. Okay, with our arms, when we're sparring, we don't spar with straight arms. Okay, or even just very lightly bent arms. We always have a good bend to our arms. But with our legs, it's not always in the position where we can do a nice kick from. We usually have to do some sort of compression before we expand again. So we're going to start from a standing position. And what you want to do is I want to bring my heel straight up this line. Okay? I don't want to do a front kick like this. Okay? I want to come straight up so my knee is pointed at my target and my heel comes as tight as I can. When you're doing this faster, it's actually a bit easier. In our style of karate, we keep that foot in a good rigid position and it transitions to straight as we go forward. All of my toes are pulled back, okay? All of them are lifted upward, okay? So what we're going to be doing, that video looked like it glitched out here. I just have to get Hina back to watching her video there. So you got to tuck that leg up, you got to pull your toes up so you're hitting with the ball of the foot. The ball is not your heel. A lot of people think that's what it means if you're not really aware of that, because it looks more like a circle. The ball is the pad that is right below your toes when I'm flexing in on my tippy toes. I want to hit only with that. And also having a straight line with my legs. So this is true all the way through. Unless we're doing a groin kick where we point the toes and we're kind of hitting with our foot. If we're hitting into a target, we're always hitting with the ball of the foot. Okay? So what we're going to start off with is you're going to be doing 10 repetitions. I'm going to go sideways, so I want you to see this. Okay, hands out to the side, like this. Okay, you're going to bring the knee up, okay, directly here. You're going to push your hips forward, and you're going to snap the kick out. Okay, snap the kick out. Shoot down is aimed at solar plexus, so it's usually higher than people think it is. solar plexus height. So I breathe when I kick, exhale, and come right back down. Exhale, come back down. Pulling the legs straight up. Up, extend, and retract. 1, 2. Okay? I'm coming down firm. I'm not stomping, but I'm coming down firm enough that I regain my balance. Okay, that's our first fundamental kick. So we can start there. We do 10 of those. Okay? As we get more advanced, if you feel like you're a lower belt, you may have a white belt or a red belt, and you're like, I'm not quite ready for that next step, you can go back and repeat the other ones. But you can always try it and make it fun. So first of all, we want to do 10 with our right leg and 10 with our left leg. Okay? If you have the access to a mirror, it's a great idea to do that to the front and to the side, so you can get a good idea of what your technique looks like. But we also have an awesome device that you're probably watching on right now, a tablet or a phone, that could also film your actions, and you can analyze this after, and I really suggest doing that. Okay, I want you to do 10 of each of those, both sides of the body. Come back to the next part. When we start our front kick stepping drills in our front stance, we want to enter, and starting from this position here, we're going to be doing a Mai-Geri stepping. So I keep my stance low, I don't come up when I kick. I drive through, recover, and step down. If I need room, I shuffle back. I drive through, and I step down. The kick has to have impact going forward, okay? Not up. Okay, we go into the target. And when we go into the target, we're penetrating towards ribs or maybe solar plexus. Okay? So what I want you to do from this, we're going to start with your left leg forward. You're going to do a fast kick, step forward, shuffle back. Okay? Kick, balance, step back. Kick, balance, step back. Make sure you're kicking down that center line. Okay? Once you step back here, you're going to be doing 10 on both legs. That's 20. Okay? Once you've done that, I want to practice on kicking and stepping back to where you were. So, I want you to do 10 on your right and 10 on your left. So if we're alternating, that's 20 total. Okay? Pause the video and come on back. Okay? I hope you paused it and you're ready for the next step. Okay, from here, we're going to start with just a guard position. For white belts and red belts, you can start with your hands to the side for balance. I have my hands up. I kick, committing the kick, and then recover back. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, kick, step back. Kick, step back. Kick, step back. You can do this in the air or on a heavy bag, because we're starting to get a little more realistic now. So you can do 10 on both legs. Okay? Once you've done those 10 on both legs, I want you to get a drink of water, recover a little bit. I'm going to come in and talk about how we use this in our kumite, because it's actually sometimes easier and even maybe a little trickier than people give it credit for. So take a little break after this, get a breather, and come on back. Okay, our kumite position. So from our kumite stance, which is a shortened version of our front stance, feet facing forward, we're on our toes and we're moving. When I kick, I need to make sure I never try to give the person a hug as I'm kicking. Okay, I've got to keep my guard position and transition my hands naturally as I step forward, or keep them if I end up stepping back. And that all depends on what the strategy is at the time. Okay, so when I'm doing this kick on an opponent, if I'm wanting to kind of land that kick with accuracy and get a quick attack in, I'm going to be making sure I plant this foot, throw the kick, and then recover back. Be nice and relaxed. From where I am, I kick and I step back. From wherever I am, I kick and I step back. So it's very fast, and it's usually aiming for under the elbow where the ribs are. Okay, if you can see that, about here. Or if they're a little more square, you're going to center it up right on their solar plexus, just like we do in our fundamentals. So if they're a little bit squarer when they fight, this is the target we're going for. We're not pushing, we're snapping. Okay, Mai-Geri is front snap kick. It is a quick recovery on that kick. Okay, so first and foremost, let's start off with the little bit easier version. So I find this one's a little easier, where we kick and recover. Nice and relaxed, move around, kick and recover. If you have some space, you can move around wherever you want. And move around, get your guard up, keep it ready to block your face. Keep the other hand ready for chew down. You can have a closed fist or open, but we want to be ready to kick, okay? And not telegraphing with our arms. So moving nice and relaxed, kicking off the back leg and stepping back and recovering. So just maintaining the distance we started at. Okay, what I would like you to do now is I want you to go and see if you can set a timer. And I want you to do 1 minute where you're going to be doing kicks on your right leg, 1 minute of kicks on your left leg, and then you take 1 minute break. And you'll do that twice, okay? So it's quite a bit of work, but I want you in the last 20 seconds of each of those minutes to key eye on your kicks with more speed and more focus. This is one, if you have maybe a parent there, they might be able to hold a pillow for you, okay? Now for the safety advice for the parents, make sure your fingers are out of the way of the kick. Even though your child might be quite a bit smaller than you, if they get the kick right and it lands right on your finger, you could hurt yourself. So if you're not comfortable with that, just skip it altogether. If you happen to be lucky enough to have a heavy bag or even possibly one of these at home, it's going to make this a little bit easier, okay? This is called the kicking shield. You can order them on Amazon as well. I also have access to ordering them, so you can always send me an email if you're looking for something like this because it gets everybody engaged. I brought one back from our storage space so I could show you about this, okay? So again, 1 minute left, 1 minute right, 1 minute break, pause, come back. We're gonna have one more of just the strict front kick, and then I'm gonna show you how to do some cool setups with some kicks. Do this, get some water, come back. Okay, good work. So for those of you who maybe aren't as familiar with front kick, or even if you're more advanced and you just don't really enjoy front kick as much as you like other kicks, I'm hoping this is giving you a little insight on how you can use this and get better with it. Okay, so next we want to step into distance. So we kick and we want to go forward. There's a few reasons we might want to do that. For example, if I land the kick nicely, I might want to actually just retake that distance and utilize that space I've made to kind of close the distance on my opponent. I might also be using it to kick and then landing a punch after. Okay, so you might be kicking and punching oizuki. So what I want you to do here is we're going to do the same thing. 1 minute on the left, 1 minute on the right. Just purely kicking first with your left leg forward. Okay? And then on the last 30 seconds, so the last 20 seconds, I want you to add that oizuki. So it's going to look like this. Maigari, oizuki, recover. Okay, for those fundamental, for the kids doing the basics, maybe land with the basics and then recover. That's going to help you out a lot. 1 minute left, 1 minute right, 1 minute break. Do that twice, and I'm going to show you some fun ways to set up this kick. It's the last piece of the video before the cool down, so really take your time, make it right. Don't rush through. Okay, each step is very, very important, okay? Let's have fun. Okay, good. Last piece of the puzzle here. So, what you're going to learn as you get more and more into karate is that we can actually do most of our kicks coming from the center line. And this gives us an advantage that's on a split second advantage for that person to react to the first kick and create an opening for the second kick. Let me give you an example. So if I'm facing the camera at you right now and I've got my guard up and I throw that hard maigari down the center, you're going to want to block that or counter or get out of the way. You're going to want to do something, okay? Which gives me an opportunity. So what I'm looking for is somebody to block low and really try to absorb, get rid of that body kick and to open up their Jodan head kick. So this kick is going to drive through the center, and at the last second before it becomes a maigari, you change it to mawashi. Okay? You come through the center this way, boom, change it to mawashi. Okay? How can you make this work? Well, some of your opponents will react easier than others. Some you just bring the knee up and they're going to close their eyes, they're going to flinch, because it takes quite a bit of time to train your defense to understand what is a false technique and what's a real technique. And I'm talking quite a while. Some people have it naturally, but a lot of people still have trouble with this at brown and black belt level. They overreact to techniques. So we can take advantage of that, okay? I drive that kick right down the middle, like I'm just gonna blast them with it. And at the last second, I switch and go Jodan. Low, high, inside to outside, okay? This is a really key way to do this. Now, I don't wanna time this one, because this is a detail, and if you're, this is for the kids class, so if you develop this technique, you can use it for a very long time in competition, in the dojo, and really to help you out in almost any situation. So again, I want you to start off just doing it slowly. We go through the center and then change to Jodan. Through the center, change to Jodan, instead of coming around. I want to accent that kick by using my hips. Okay, so I want you to do it on your left and your right side. And what I want you to do is I want you to do it until you feel an improvement. Okay, so a good improvement. If you feel like you're struggling at the start, and then you get a little bit cleaner at the end, that's what we're looking for, okay? Once you've completed both sides of the body, get a breather, get some water, do a nice stretch, especially stretch your hamstrings because they are going to be a little bit tight after doing all these kicks. I'm very proud of all of you and what you've done here in training at home. So I know a lot of people are struggling with motivation to train. Happens to everybody, okay? That's where we really start to learn how to create strategies to persevere, and not just in karate, in other aspects. When things get, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, okay? So I want you to think, if you're gonna not do your digital dojo class one day, I want you to find 5 good excuses not to do it. Not 1, 5 good excuses not to do it, okay? And they gotta be really good. Not just like, I don't want to, I don't feel like it, I'd rather not, maybe later, I don't know. None of those are good ones, okay? And you'll know if it's a good one or not. But otherwise, you do it. You get up and you do it. If you know what, you got something in the afternoon, guess what? You do it in the morning or the evening. You got something in the morning, you do it in the afternoon or at night. Okay? You've got tons of time in the day to do this for the most part. Some people, everybody's got a little different schedule, but for the most part, we're going to have some time to do this. And I really want you to take your time to develop your karate and use this. That also being said, if you don't have me on Facebook yet, add my personal account on Facebook, and we'll do a Facebook chat with some of the kids, and I want to get them motivated and moving. I am planning to do some live classes. I did start working a night shift, so I have to look at when that would be available. But I actually prefer doing the digital dojo episodes because I feel that you can go back and really learn it. Okay? Have fun and have a good and nice training. See you soon. Host. Say bye to Hina. Bye bye. Bye bye.